Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Sunday as this daily candle is about to close in 40 minutes. And notice how we have a bullish test of the 200-day moving average with a candle low of 45,500 and a high of 47,372 today. The question is, are we going to be seeing this new weekly candle open in less than 40 minutes, which is why I had to get this update to you guys, since we are fully above the 20-week moving average with a bullish continuation candle. Does that mean we are going to see the final push to the upside for Bitcoin to test our target of 49,700 to then potentially even come back down to 44,800 and then retest this as a support rather than as a resistance to confirm this is a reversal in trend? We have to talk about what's happening to Bitcoin, but if we look at the weekly candle, we're starting to get hints as to where institutional capital is going to flow in the cryptocurrency market, because notice how Bitcoin has this bullish continuation body here, but when we look at Ethereum's weekly candle that's about to close in less than 40 minutes, notice how we have a bullish tail, and it looks way more probable for this to see continued upside with strength compared to Bitcoin's weekly candle. Does that mean that Bitcoin is going to make a move to 49,700 and Ethereum's daily candle today with this extremely bullish tail is going to come up, test 34.54 as well, and potentially even break up towards the $3,650 level? And if we get there, look how close that is to the previous all-time high. Does that mean maybe towards the end of the week, we could see new all-time highs here for Ethereum? Notice how we have this rocket on the chart. I want to talk about this today because we still don't have a full confirmation that Bitcoin has a complete reversal in trend completed. And the reason I say that is because at the end of the day, if this move to the upside that we've seen over the last few weeks is just a relief rally, the likelihood of us coming down to test the monthly open and the $44,800 level becomes very high. And if this level breaks, there could be a possibility that Bitcoin could see further lows towards the end of this year. We are at such a critical point right now to verify that this truly is a reversal in trend. And so we have to talk about what's happening to Bitcoin, and we'll cover the other evolving parts of the cryptocurrency market, like the total market cap chart, others dominance, and Bitcoin dominance. And because we're seeing altcoins rally, notice how Dogecoin today, major push to the upside. We saw, notice how it's 15% up right now, but we saw a candle high of 35 cents. For those that are in the Discord, of course, we entered a long position as soon as we broke out of this channel. This was our exact entry here in the blue at 3 p.m. today. And of course, that already hit all profit targets, I believe. Yes, all profit targets. So we're taking advantage of these altcoins. But when coins like Dogecoin start to move, is that signaling that we're kind of getting overextended in our rally? You know, first we saw Bitcoin, then we saw Ethereum, then Cardano, just like we predicted. Now we're seeing Dogecoin. Of course, we're taking advantage of it. We're making money with it. That's the best part about this market. There's always money to be made. But the question is, does it signal that we might be seeing the early signs of a pullback? There's a lot to talk about today, as you guys already know now. So you guys are watching the Snipers channel. I want to dive into this Bitcoin analysis first and foremost. I was already rambling on, getting excited with the other charts. So we'll start with the weekly chart because it's closing here in 33 minutes. And I had to get this update to you guys before this closed because the fact of the matter is Bitcoin does look very good right now above this 20-week moving average. Does that mean that the possibility of us coming back down to test the 20-week moving average is off the table? No, I think that's very, very likely. And we're currently sitting at 43,800 where we have the 20-week moving average. That's also the previous weekly open. That's why there's a green line here. And so we go onto the daily chart. It looks like Bitcoin has the chance to come to 49,700, but I want to maintain my prediction that if Bitcoin does come up to test 49,700, I don't believe we're going to see a decisive breakout immediately from this resistance level. So we are currently in a channel which 44,800 is a major support level, but I wouldn't consider it as important as where we have the previous weekly open at 43,800, because this is also where the 20-week moving average is sitting. So I would say that the channel we're really playing in is 43,800 to 49,700. Now, because there's just kind of this minimal room for upside with about 6% until Bitcoin is going to face major resistance, the question is, does that signal that we're going to see more of these altcoins like Dogecoin up 15% today outperform Bitcoin while it's moving sideways? Which, it's not surprising for those, especially that are tuned into this channel. We know that's what altcoins do. They tend to perform better than Bitcoin when Bitcoin is moving sideways. So the question right now is this: what is Bitcoin's true intention with this move to the upside that we've seen over the last few weeks? Is it a reversal in trend, or is it just a relief rally? And this is exactly what you want to watch in order to get this confirmation. If we come up to test 49,700 at any point in time, that would be the best case scenario that would allow Ethereum to get potentially above 3,500 US dollars, allow other altcoins to perform. And if we see a garden variety retest of 44,800 at any point in time, and it could even be before the test of 49,700, this level has to hold. If it doesn't hold, the likelihood of us seeing another push to the downside becomes highly probable due to the fact that with the $43,800 level, we have the 20-week moving average here. And if this level breaks, that could signal the confirmation that this move that we've seen to the upside was just a relief rally for Bitcoin to potentially start its way back towards the $34,788 level, which would be the target, in my opinion, if Bitcoin breaks 43,800. So 43,800 breaks, 34,788 is back on the table. Now, if 49,700 breaks, that's a different story. I'm going to maintain my prediction that I don't believe we'll see a major breakout above 49,700. If we do, it's going to be a wick. I think we'll at least just come to test it casually, as we've casually tested every other resistance level throughout this push to the upside. And if that occurs, we really need to keep our eyes out on these altcoins, because that's where the money has been flowing, right? So if you're just sitting here waiting for Bitcoin, you might not have a good year, right? At least a year better than somebody that is also open-minded to altcoins, right? Bruce Lee, be like water. I love that quote. So when water enters the glass, it doesn't matter what shape the glass is. It's going to conform to the shape of the glass, right? So we just have to adapt to Bitcoin's price. We get above 49,700 with decisiveness, 4-hour and hourly candles. I'll make the call here that we'll most likely see new all-time highs before the end of this year. So I'm just going to put it to you guys like that. We're in a strong channel. As an umpire, I need to make a strong, decisive prediction. And so at this point, 49,700 is the major resistance that we have to get above with strength to confirm this is not just a relief rally, and this is a reversal in trend. If at any point in time we come down to 44,800 and then we get down to 43,800 where the 20-week moving average is sitting and it breaks, then I also believe that the next downside target is going to be 34,788. And with that, what does that mean for altcoins? Well, if Bitcoin does see the continuation to 49,700, the chance of Ethereum right now breaking towards 3454 becomes pretty much guaranteed, right? So we get to this level. Nothing's a guarantee, of course. This is not financial advice. 3454 breaks. There's now a potential we could be seeing new all-time highs for Ethereum. And the way I think this would play out is we would come up and form a higher high And that would be a very bold statement that Ethereum would make to the cryptocurrency market that, yes, Bitcoin is topped out. And when Bitcoin was at $64,000 and Ethereum was at $3,400, where it's sitting at right now, a couple months later, really, halfway through 2021, now Ethereum is back to 3,400, but Bitcoin is not back to 64,000. And then breaking 3454, I think is going to be the confirmation that Ethereum is on its way to make a bold statement to the cryptocurrency market by forming a higher high and seeing new all-time highs. And so that's what I'm expecting here for Ethereum. If we don't get towards 3454, we have this huge channel here down to 1980 that Ethereum can just play around with. It's a more volatile asset. Don't be surprised if this becomes the storyline. This would especially happen if the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart fails to stay above 65,000 Satoshis. We want it, and we have to stay above 65,000 Satoshis to assume altcoin season is still intact. And that would, certainly affect Dogecoin, of course, but more importantly, affect Cardano, Polkadot, some of these other coins. So this is a confirmation and leading indicator for altcoins staying above 65,000 Satoshis. We stay above that, 86,000 Satoshis comes into the equation. This chart, though, is extremely volatile. So realize this. What is the potential of Ethereum seeing new all-time highs dependent on what Bitcoin does? If we break 44,800, I think the likelihood becomes least likely. If Bitcoin stays between 44,800 though and 49,700, I think the potential for Ethereum to see new all-time highs is very possible. We just talked about this higher high scenario forming. If Bitcoin breaks 49,700 with decisiveness, it's almost a guarantee, in my opinion, that Ethereum is going to see new all-time highs. And this higher high is going to form. So I just want to also throw that perspective out, because a lot of you guys watch Bitcoin to determine what you want to do with Ethereum. And so, we have to dance properly with those assets. And so the total cryptocurrency market cap chart showing strength. This is what I want to see on the weekly chart, a full weekly candle closing above this 20-week moving average. That's why we've been trading altcoins. But now we're starting to see, some of the less fundamentally sound coins. I know Mark Cuban and Elon Musk have a thing with Dogecoin, but, let's get serious here, guys. I've been around the top guys in this space, Charles Hoskinson and some of these figures that you guys have heard of. And, we know what's a fundamentally sound project and what's not. So I'm not trying, put a bad statement out there. And by the way, I know I bashed Ripple the other day when I pulled up my altcoin list. Realize this is my alt portfolio. These are all alts I hold. The only reason I bashed Ripple on that video is because this is the only project not focused on decentralization. But Ripple certainly has the network effect in centralized finance that it could see a bright future. I mean, I'm not going to bash Ripple, so I want to just throw that out there. Some people said I was bashing Ripple because I, kind of put it on the spot on my video the other day when I was talking about which altcoins were performing. So notice here the others dominance chart is testing the 20-week moving average. And this is an interesting puzzle piece because Bitcoin dominance has also rejected its 20-week moving average. So I think that this is going to be an interesting thing to watch here. The real, place that we'd have to kind of sound the alarms is if Bitcoin dominance moves above the 20-week moving average, or if the others dominance chart moves above the 20-week moving average, then there are some, theories that we can start coming up with, like, for example, others dominance coming up to form a higher high. Maybe this would correlate with Ethereum doing that and seeing new all-time highs. And so look at that. It's all making sense now that we're looking at all these other revolving parts, which is why I love doing that. And so I think this was a really good Sunday update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that, I appreciate each and every one of you snipers tuning in the channel. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And I want to give away Principles by Ray Dalio to one of you watching the video. If you want to win this book, comment below and smash the like button and you'll have a chance to win. I'll pick a winner from yesterday. Who knew? Says, you are a beast, bro. Send me a message on Instagram. You want a book. And have a fun Sunday. I appreciate each and every one of you snipers tuned into the channel. I hope that I gave you some perspective today. And with that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Until next time, snipers out.